come across from the Atlantic from time to time. In fact, there's quite a ribbon of clouds stretching right the way out here, right the way across to the western Atlantic, and all that's going to be feeding across much of Scotland and Northern Ireland during the next few days. To the south, we still have this swirl of cloud. That's the old area of low pressure. That's fizzling now. Some further heavy rain over Algeria and some quite heavy rain in Central Europe. But closer to home, there's a lot of cloud around at the moment. It is and has been thinning all the while across England and Wales. On the other hand, it's now thickening up over northern parts of the country. And if we pick up the sort of, as it were, the most general cloud, that's the thickest cloud, that's going to bring outbreaks of rain down across Scotland and Northern Ireland as the night wears on. Somewhat clearer weather getting into that northern part of Scotland later on. It's also going to be fairly windy in those northern areas. The winds freshening from the west up to gale force in the far north of Scotland, and especially over the Northern Isles. And then those winds tend to ease off a little bit late in the night. Now, as the skies clear in the far north of Scotland, the temperature there dipping to about 7 degrees, and a few breaks in the south, we might find a similar temperature. Elsewhere, those temperatures are holding up very nicely. The north of Scotland on its own tomorrow, a bright, fairly breezy day, mostly dry, but there will be 1 or 2 showers, probably just in Shetland. Elsewhere, there's going to be a good deal of cloud around, at least to begin with. In fact, right the way through the day, through southern Scotland, the Lake District, Northern Ireland, that cloud giving some bursts of, for the most part, lightish rain and drizzle, but some heavier rain coming along late in the day. Also, we're going to find some drizzle beginning to feed down further and further along those western coasts and hills. But then on the other hand, the more sheltered central and eastern areas should see the cloud thinning and breaking and some bright weather coming along, and if you're really lucky, I think you'll get a little bit of sunshine as well. As it brightens up and the sun breaks through, so those temperatures should get up to about 18 degrees, so fairly warm. But in the cloudier parts, the drizzlier areas in the west and in the north, temperatures will be held down around about 14 or 15 degrees. Now, through Wednesday and Thursday, very little is going to change. So the brightest of the weather, the driest weather in the more sheltered central and eastern areas. In the west, I think you'll find a little bit of drizzly rain from time to time.